All right, let's go ahead and the math standard that we picked is solve addition and subtraction word problems and add and subtract within 10. So let's just go ahead and Ms. Calvert's going to do it up. So let's get out some nouns and some verbs.
Let's start with verbs.
Solve. Solve.
Add and subtract with those.
Yeah. Be careful. All right, and some nouns.
Problems. Word problems.
Addition and subtraction. Add and subtract within 10.
Yeah. Addition and
Within
subtraction.
10.
adjectives.
10 a noun.
Person, place, or thing. A number's a thing. I guess it could be.
It's a noun.
Okay. And our target type, ladies. Do we all remember what our targets are?
Reasoning.
We've got the skill, the
Knowledge.
product,
Knowledge.
reasoning. Okay, do we get that? So knowledge, which is just the information that you need to know. Reasoning is next. Reasoning, where you have to actually have a little bit of your schema and reason to get the answer. And then knowledge, we didn't. Performance, so that you have to actually perform something. And then skill. So what do we think this would be?
I think right skill.
Skill.
They don't have to perform it for us to see that they know how to do it. Like,
Right.
We don't have to see it happening.
So we agree, skill.
Skill.
Okay. And important academic language.
Addition, subtraction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going back to target, wouldn't they need to have some kind of reasoning, because they have to think on how to solve the word problem? Like, wouldn't they have to think, well, if I have this and I need 2 more of these, that's an addition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They do, but it can't be 2. So reasoning is part of it, but they actually have to have the skill to do it. So yes, I agree, but we can't pick 2, which sometimes you wish you could pick 2, but you can't. So does that make sense? But I do agree with you that it's all builds on each other, really. So okay, addition, subtraction. Do you think solve?
Solve,
So
definitely.
Anything else?
Word problem.
Yeah, word problems. I'm surprised they didn't call it exemplar. Because we use that here. I wonder, is that? All right, after looking at the standard above and below the grade level, determine learning targets. So we know, well, there's nothing really below us. So above us, does anybody know what the first grade one might be? If not, really,
Probably a good 20 or something.
yes,
I
I
would
think
think that's
so.
20, yeah.
All right, so what do we need to start with so that they know? I can add and subtract, or just one at a time?
So I think
One at a time.
Because some of my kids can add and some of my kids can
Yeah.
Okay, so I
subtract,
can
because
add.
Obviously, one's an easier skill than the other.
Right.
Right. But do we need to,
Particularly, they can add before they can
Absolutely.
subtract.
do you
Within
think we need to
10?
make sure we put within 10?
Yeah.
Because
Numbers up to 10. I can
I can add,
numbers up to
that, I
10.
like that wording, numbers up to 10. All right, so they have to have that skill.
Read
Read or understand word problems?
Solve.
Now, here's the
Solve.
question. I don't think they have to be able to read it,
So
because that's not ever
solve.
specified. So, do we need to have them go through the
Down
steps?
version of the song.
I guess that's what we need to know. Solve, does it can't involve the reading, because we don't require that, do we?
No,
No.
as we read it to them.
So, do we need to have it in the steps? Like I can draw the picture. Does it have to have those steps? Because that doesn't specify this, but we do that here. Do you understand? Like we have them draw the picture, they have to do
Yeah,
an
there's-
equation
there-
or state the pattern or something, and then they have to write the words.
Use pictures to help you.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I don't know, because they don't specify that. That's what we do. So should we just include it the way we do it? What do you
I would,
think?
because
I
that's
would include it the way we do it,
Okay.
It's that T.
because it's.
Okay, so I can use pictures,
Use
words, and numbers to,
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
Yeah,
okay, and should we
Use
just use the word
pictures,
solve because we need
numbers and words.
Yeah.
to solve word
Sub-
problems?
I'd
To solve
say
word problems?
addition and then subtraction.
Honestly, I mean,
Or does it matter?
I don't think it matters because
Well, we want to, it's not gonna be a multiplication one, or a,
Yeah, so you may need.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
really want to get that particular, which I think is probably, it doesn't hurt.
yeah.
So do we split that up again? Or no, because they have to be able to do both to get this skill.
Mm.
So if we've already done addition and subtraction split up there, do you think we can add them both in this one?
I would because they're different skills.
Wait, you're saying you would split them up?
I would because they're different, but
Yeah, they're different.
y'all don't have to
Teach, we don't
agree.
do them. I mean, like if this is something that I'm supposed to be putting up on my board as my
Right.
can statement,
Right.
it would be much later in the year before I would be
Do the,
them up saying both. Because
Right.
Obviously, I teach one skill, then the next skill, and then sometimes I have to come back to the first skill.
okay, I agree, I like that, yes. Because also, when you're assessing them or whatever, if you kind of split it and say, yes, they can do the addition, we just haven't got the subtraction, so they get partial credit or whatever, so. Okay, does everybody agree with those? Anything you want to
Yeah,
add?
there goes.
Good job. All right, now we get to go to the meat of it, instruction. What does it look like? So those I can statements are going to guide what our instruction is. So I can add and I can subtract. Simple.
So like modeling, mini lessons.
Technology.
Oh, technology. What about math talks too?
Yes.
Small group.
Comparing.
Oh, there's that
Mm,
word.
good one. I
Manipulative.
like that. Manipulatives, yes.
The math books, the
The-
no, I have,
Journals?
like the ones that Miss Petrosca said we could borrow.
Oh,
There's
man.
a little-
Oh, like the literacy for it. Yes, I like
have
that.
some,
So,
Stuart J. Murphy addition and subtraction books there for you.
okay. I forget about that. That's a great
I know,
resource,
they're
and I
great
forget about
for
that.
math.
So, does anybody think of some other things that we can add, or
Anchor chart.
good one? That goes for word problems and for addition and subtraction.
Do we want to, I know you put technology, but we can specify like.
Yeah, I don't see. Exemplars. That's our in our journals too. So using our journals. Yeah.
And even fact fluency.
Do
Oh, yeah, because if you don't have your fact fluency, then you're.
does technology cover like some car and montage and all that we were just.
Ooh, maybe put that in the. I like
Yeah.
that.
That's new.
I like the YouTube add and subtract.
E-class.
Yeah, that's a good one. Y'all are good.
Subtract.
Well, should we also put Miss Petrosca as a
Yes.
as
Yeah,
a
like
math.
math specials or whatever? Yeah.
You can put it under math books, since that's where you put literacy.
Here we go. What does everybody think? That look
Looks
good?
Very good.
Okay. Assessment. What do we want our assessment to look like? This is what's going to really guide what we do. So, do you want to go back up to the standard really quickly just so we can really look at our I cans maybe too? So, for our assessment, all right, suggestions, thoughts?
Well, if we're using manipulatives, it have to be informal. Observations. Wait, did we say manipulatives? Did we put that?
We did.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah, we
here.
did.
Yeah, we did. You're right. So,
I mean, you got the exemplars that you can.
the exemplar rubric, and I haven't printed out that poster that Ms. Petrosca showed us. I need to do that too.
Under instruction, should we have centers?
That's a yes, math centers, because then after you do it
To
whole
me,
group,
like, also over an assessment, it would be like their
Gradual release.
so you can also do
some of their
center.
work.
I
depending
agree.
upon what it
Yes.
is, because it's like small group.
I
I liked the concept of that test that we gave for the last one for our little assessment. I just
Right.
didn't particularly like
That
the test
one,
itself.
I agree.
think like I liked it because it was a different way than what I word and do a lot of things with them. So it let me see how I needed to kind of change some things up.
Right.
Because going into first grade, the test will be more formal versus the
Right.
informal that I do. But I didn't particularly like that test, but I like the concept of that. that formal assessment.
And I agree with you, I didn't really like it either, but it told me that some things that I didn't think about, where it showed the line of which way would you measure the length and stuff, and they just didn't get that concept.
Yeah, and because it was in color and
Right.
I mean, so there were some things lost in it, but I like the concept of it
Okay.
because I think it was good for them.
All right, so do y'all, I mean, I think being able to solve word problems, we're gonna have to do a formal assessment. Now, we do the one that's beginning, middle, and end, but it's not really addition or subtraction, it's that growing pattern, which is addition, I guess, but we're gonna have to have one that, like, two different ones, one that's subtraction, one that's addition, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, should we look in the math journal? I'm sure there's some that we haven't completed yet, and use one that's already been
Yeah.
done. Celestine, right behind you in the second drawer in that pink cabinet is a math journal. Can you hand that to me? Thank you. I was just thinking of something and it left my mind though. Talking about center work, formal assessments.
Could one of the assessments be the conferring notes?
You
Conference
can do
notes
the
that you
crowd
take with
too.
your children?
If you want to. Say that one more. Oh, the conferring notes?
Couldn't that be part of your assessment?
I think so. Yes,
Okay.
that'd be good.
Because that lets you know where they are.
I like that. All right,